Hello, students, and welcome to your digital classroom once again. And as always, I hope that each one of you is enjoying sound health and good mood. Students, today we are going to discuss chapter 9 of your textbook First Flight. And the chapter is Madam Rides the Bus by Vallikanan. And I am your teacher, Kumarjeet Sarkar. So let us start by taking a look at the chapter highlight. Madam Rides the Bus is a story about the first bus journey of an 8-year-old girl, Valli. She is a curious girl and had a strong desire to travel in a bus. When she saves enough money for the bus ride, she boards the bus. Her journey turns out to be a brief experience of the harsh realities of life. She learns that many things in the world are beyond our knowledge and experience. Now let us see who are the characters. Valli Ammai. Valli Ammai, or Valli for short, is an 8-year-old girl. She is curious, clever, sensitive, self-respecting and fun-loving girl who wished to travel in the bus. She is a determined girl who fulfilled her desire and took her first journey in the bus. The bus conductor. He is a jolly sort of a man. The conductor was a fun-loving and jovial person. He was helping and kind to Valli but also poked fun at her overconfident attitude. The conductor mimicked Valli's tone and addressed her as Madam. Now we will take a look at the events to unfold the story. Valli Ammai's favorite pastime. Valli Ammai was a girl who was also known as Valli for short. She was an 8-year-old girl and was very curious about the things around her. She had no one to play with her of her own age, so her favorite pastime was to stand at the front door of her house and enjoy the happenings on the street. She was extremely fascinated by the bus that travelled between her village and the nearest town. She noticed that the bus travelled through her street twice in an hour. She watched the bus filled with new passengers every day and developed a wish to ride in the bus. Valli's desire to travel in the bus. Valli's wish to ride in the bus became stronger day by day until it became a desire. She used to stare at the people while they got up and down the bus. If one of her friends went on a bus ride and described her about the bus journey later, she became jealous of her. Valli gathers details about the bus journey. For many days and months, Valli listened to the conversations between her neighbors and the people who traveled regularly by bus. She even asked them questions to gather information about the bus journey. From these conversations, Valli got to know that the nearest town from her village was 6 miles away and the bus would take 45 minutes for the journey. She also got to know that the fare of the bus for one way was 30 paise. For Valli, 60 paise for a round trip in the bus was a lot of money, but she planned to collect it. She also calculated the time of her journey so that she could travel easily. Valli plans for her bus journey. Valli had to make detailed plans for her first bus journey. She had saved all the money that she could get. She controlled her desires to buy toys, peppermints, balloons, etc. Even in the village fair, she did not take a ride on the merry-go-round. Further, she planned to quietly leave the house when her mother was taking her afternoon sleep. Earlier, she used that time to explore the village. Valli travels in the bus. One fine day, Valli stopped the bus. When the conductor asked her about the passenger, she told him that she herself was the passenger. Even when the conductor offered his help to get her on the bus, she refused and got on the bus by herself. Then she sat on the front seat as offered by the conductor. Valli enjoys the view. Valli was excited to see the view outside, but the canvas on the window obstructed her view. So she stood up on her seat to have a better view. She saw a narrow road outside. On one side of the road was a canal beyond which there were palm trees, grasslands, mountains, and the blue sky. On the other side, there was a deep ditch and acres of green fields. Wally's co-passengers. An elderly passenger in the bus called Wally as a child. He asked her not to stand. Wally did not like being called a child, so she told him that she was not a child but an adult just like everyone else. The conductor also told Wally to sit, otherwise, she would get hurt herself when the bus takes a sharp turn. But Wally does not listen to him. The elderly woman and Wally. When the bus stopped at the next stand, Wally sat down because she feared that someone might take her seat. At the stand, an elderly woman came and sat beside Wally. Wally found the lady ugly. She had big holes in her ears and was wearing ugly earrings. The lady was also chewing betel, and it seemed that its juice would spill over her lips. When the lady asked Wally if she was alone and wanted to know where she was going, Wally told her not to bother about her and turned her face towards the window. The bus journey. The bus was traveling through empty landscape. Wally was surprised to see the bus moving smoothly even when any other vehicle would come in front of it. Trees seemed to be moving but stopped when the bus reached them. Suddenly, Wally was filled with joy when she saw a young cow running in the middle of the road in front of the bus. As the bus driver honked, the cow would get frightened and ran faster in front of the bus. This made Wally laugh heartily. After some time, the bus reached to a railroad crossing. A train passed the crossing gate with a lot of noise, shaking the bus. The bus reached the town. The bus entered the town. Wally enjoyed looking at the colorful shops when the bus passed through the market. The bus stopped at a stand and all the passengers except Wally got down. The conductor asked Wally to get down the bus. Wally told him that she would return on the same bus and handed him the return fare. She also told the conductor that she had come to have a ride on the bus. The conductor then offered her some cold drink, but Wally refused the offer. Wally's return journey. The bus started its return journey after some time. Wally saw the same wonderful sights on the return journey. She was not bored and greeted everything with the same excitement she had felt the first time. Suddenly, she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside. It was the same cow that was running towards the bus in front of the bus when she was going to the town. The cow had been struck by some fast-moving vehicle. She was filled with sadness on seeing the dead cow. The bus moved on, but the thoughts of the dead cow haunted Wally. Further, she did not look outside the window. Wally returns home. The bus soon reached Wally's village. She told the conductor that she would take another ride on the bus. The conductor reminded her about the fare and laughed. Wally got off the bus and entered her house. She saw her mother talking to her aunt from the south street. She heard them talking about many things that they did not know about in the world outside. Wally agreed to this and remarked that there are so many things happening without their knowledge. At this, Wally's aunt remarked that she was behaving like a grown-up lady. Wally smiled at this, and she knew that her mother and her aunt would never get to know about her journey, her first bus journey. So that was the story about Wally and her first bus journey. Hence, Madam rides the bus. I hope the story is Understood by everyone? So now let us take a look at some difficult words from the chapter. Students, please take a note of the difficult words and their meanings. Also note down the spellings. Alright, now it's time for the learning outcome. What do we learn from this chapter? We learn that curiosity is the mother of learning. If one has an urge to know more about anything, one learns many things. And once we decide to achieve something, many difficulties can come in our way. However, with focused attention, we can make our achievement. So that's all we have for today. And until next time, I wish you all happy learning. You all take good care of yourselves. Bye bye, students.